Major breakthroughs sometimes come to those in pursuit of a major championship. Today, two of the elite members of the WPBA Classic 9-Ball Tour have just such an opportunity. Third-ranked Monica Webb, the assassin, amazingly still looking for an elusive shot at her first title, with no finish higher than third on tour. 14th-ranked Kim Shaw, the cooler, also seeking to achieve a best-ever finish higher than third. Only one of them will accomplish that goal guaranteed, and with it will also have a chance to make their first victory their sport's biggest pride. From the Sandia Resort and Casino in fabulous Albuquerque, New Mexico, it's semifinal action at the Q-Tech-Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship presented by the American Pool Players Association. Hello, everybody. Thrilled, as always, to have you with us for a major championship event on the WPBA Classic Tour, the United States Open. Just saying the words always makes me feel good. Mitch Lawrence and Dawn Hopkins. And Dawn, today, one of the matchups that you kind of really look forward to, Monica Webb and Kim Shaw, both of them playing in an event that means a lot to everybody, but for one of them, they're definitely going to go into uncharted territory and at least a second-place finish. Neither one of them has gotten that far before.
They haven't. Monica has a lot more experience on TV, which must be more frustrating for her, not having a second place or higher finish. So Kim is on her way up with her game. She's been working on some things. So I don't know, Mitch. This can go either way. We'll have to just wait and see.
As we wait to find out who will join Allison Fisher in the finals, the Q-Tech-Q's U.S. Open. Here's a look at our road to the finals, brought to you by Ozone Billiards, your online source for billiard supplies. Allison Fisher already in, having beaten Vivian Villarreal. The winner of Monica Webb and Kim Shaw will join Allison. We are down to 3 out of 64 that started here in Albuquerque at the beginning of the week. Fantastic setting for what is surely one of the biggest prizes in certainly women's Q sports, all of sports. Anytime U.S. Open is attached to a tournament, it means something special. And Dawn, knowing that one of these two players will achieve their highest finish and have a shot at the title, is going to add some extra oomph to what would ordinarily be a fantastic matchup.
Yeah, this is going to be a great match between these two players.
2 balls on the break for Kim.
She made 2 balls, and here's the 1 ball. I believe that the Q ball is fine next to the 9. There's no problem. The 2 is over here, so she's just going to pocket the 1 here, come back down here for the 2. And slow down or she's not going to see past that 7.
And will not.
Nope. So, I mean, the easiest kick is to come back off of this rail to the right over here. That's an easy way to hit it, but you don't have a chance to make it. So the only way you're really going to make it is kicking the other way.
Right off the bat, speed an issue. And that too comes off the rail, and Monica Webb will indeed have a shot. Let's quickly give you the rules of this semifinal matchup. It's a race to 7 to move to the finals, alternating break with a 30-second shot clock, 1 extension per rack, and it will be cue ball fouls only.
Well, this is a tester for Monica right off the bat. She's got a long straight-in shot. The 3 is right up there, so if she makes this, she's got a good shot of the 3. That was close.
To fire that in.
Okay, so here's Kim back up at the table. Nice opening again. A lot easier shot on the first ball this time.
She readies herself for the 3. We are looking at some fantastic playing equipment. The Metro Table Tournament Edition by Brunswick Billiards. Centennial balls in the big break rack, also by Brunswick, and Simonis 860 cloth. Great playing equipment for the U.S. Open, that's for sure. And Dawn, I think as we watch this match progress, we know that there's going to be tension and pressure. I don't care what anybody says, when you know there's a lot at stake for each one of these players, it's tough to get that out of the way. You need to acknowledge it and play with it, but it's definitely going to have an effect somehow.
Yes, it is. I think she's just playing, you know, the first shot that she got hooked on was, you know, it was a long shot on the one. This one, her mistake was coming down for the two, actually the first shot that she made was the 2-ball. She got a little bit bad on the 3, which made it harder on the 4, and now she's run into the 7-ball and kind of hooked herself on the 5. So she's not starting out position-wise very good. She's making her shots, but position-wise, she's having trouble.
Now Monica Webb, Georgia born and bred. Always amazing to me, Dawn, how different worlds converge. Monica Webb and Kim Shaw, such different backgrounds, somehow found their way to the same road, and today leading to Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Although they do have one thing in common, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Extension.
Now this one, you just have to try to make it. Position on the 7 is futile because she's gonna bump into the 9. It's not really a carom into the 9 unless she doesn't pocket the 5. She could just try to, you know, go into the 9 and make the 9, but then you're not going to be able to make the 5 in the corner. If she makes the 5 in the corner, I think if she uses a little high English, doesn't shoot it very hard, just, you know, a little bit soft, she might come off the 9 and go towards the 7, the rail that the 7's on. Tough position shot. That's what she tried to do, but it was just a really hard shot to get position on.
This will be a tough shot for Kim Shaw coming back.
Okay, now she's going to try to pocket over here. The cue ball, again, is coming this way, so in order for her to hit it really nice, she's got to put kind of like a punch stroke into it, come over here and go 2 rails over for that 7. Again, in the beginning rack, this is extremely hard to do. If you're ahead and you're 6-0 and you're free stroking,
Freewheeling it, yep.
Fine, but not in the first rack.
On the other hand, if you make these, you can really build some quick confidence. It was a good, solid stroke.
It was.
Another 5, proving a little bit elusive here, but Monica with a definite chance to take advantage early.
Well,
Could be on Kim Shaw's breakdown.
The 5 is pretty good. She's gonna, the 9, she doesn't want to run into the 9 coming out for position. So I think drawing it over, like drawing above the 9 to miss it and just drawing the cue ball out. That's what she's going to try to do here. Just like that. That was a great shot. She didn't have a lot of choice.
But she took a little extra time when she was down too, and that, I think, really steadied her there. Sometimes you can stay down too long and overdo it, but that seemed like she hit it exactly when she was ready. And this is a big, big rack for Monica Webb. I know it's the first rack of the match, but as I said, you start making some tough shots.
And this shot here, the pockets are tight, which the players like. That you should make it right in the pocket if you're going to. Yeah. But see, that shot, she needed to punch it over, okay?
Wow.
And you needed to give it a really strong stroke to get position on the 9. But with these tight pockets, you have to hit it dead center.
Kim Shaw says thank you very much. Takes care of the 7. Instead of Monica Webb putting one on the board early, it is Kim Shaw, a native of Basingstoke in England, now living in Charlotte, North Carolina, on the board first in Albuquerque. The QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship is brought to you by Brunswick Billiards. Since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world. By QTech Q's, serious cues for serious players. And by Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary. Here in Albuquerque, Sandia Resort and Casino, the QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship, rack number 2. Beginning of which has proven to be quite a safety battle, but now ball in hand after a good save by Kim Shaw. Monica Webb missing, fouling. Ball in hand for Kim. She will attempt to work her way around this table, leading 1-0 in a race to 7 to move into the finals of the U.S. Open against Alison Fisher, the defending champion who waits there. How many times have we said that?
She's going to keep that bridge out. I think she's dead straight on this shot. The 4 is down here. So if she's dead straight on that shot, then she's going to have to draw it back and just take a little bit longer of a shot. Whoa, what's going on there?
You can see her reaction.
That was a little bit too much drama.
A little bit.
Usually you're having a hard time getting drama. I think she was fortunate to have a straight shot in the side. Not what she had planned.
See a little bit of an angle there on the 4. Nice.
Very good shot.
Those angles into the side pockets can be really difficult to judge. Just got to trust it.
Yes, you're right. Now just coming across 2 rails for that 6 ball.
Solid stroke there.
Get off the rail. Okay, she's on the rail, so I mean, probably she's going to use high English and just shoot the 6 in the corner and just drift the cue ball around. A little bit much. She's just a hair off on each shot.
Again, she'll take advantage of that side pocket, the very friendly side pocket right now.
This one's not bad, though. Nope. She's just got a little angle. Perfect.
Now she's good. You mentioned how different their upbringings have been. Kim and Monica, both former WPBA Amateur National Champions. Monica in '98 in Campbell, California. Kim Shaw in 2001 in Athens, Georgia. It is a fantastic pedigree to have, and both of these women have kept that legacy going and taken it to new heights here. One of these two will win this match and are assured of their best finish ever on tour. What an event it would be to pick the U.S. Open to do it. Let's take a look at another of our top finishers, brought to you by the American Pool Players Association. Congratulations to Floridian Tracy Hines, ranked 22nd in the world, taking her game to a new level on a big stage with her best finish ever on the Classic Tour, a 9th place finish here in New Mexico. You're watching the QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action. The Metro table by Brunswick. See those words, tournament edition. One tremendous table. For the best players in the world, Monica Webb has crept back within a rack. She's still at 2-3, one down to Kim Shaw. Race to 7 to get into the finals of the QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. Neither of these players has ever been past this point. One of them will move into uncharted waters with a win here. Highest finish for both of these players, 3rd place.
Well, she has a bank on the one or a safety. It's funny, she said the last time she broke, I'm not going to use that one again. And she broke from the same place. Hit it a little easier that time, though.
In front of the hole.
Yeah, she hit a little bit too much of the one ball. I think hitting it a little bit more, hitting it thinner would have been better. So left Kim a shot on the one. Kim's going to have to worry about cue ball control here. That worked out pretty good.
I'll say.
And that's all from a safety that wasn't really that great. Just going to have to clean the cue ball. The cue ball's picking up the blue chalk on it because of the dryness. And it's distracting to the players.
Steve Tipton cleaning that ball off. Kim Shaw, interesting, started playing snooker at 16, fairly late, saying she wanted a challenge. That's an understatement when you start playing snooker. And a year after she started, she made it to the World Semifinals where she lost to Karen Kaur. But not bad after a year of playing. Obviously had some talent to burn. And she has kept it going.
I love watching Kim shoot because she's very left-eye dominant. If you look at her face over the cue stick, her chin is extremely, where most players have their chin down the middle, hers is way over. And she makes this little, like, with her mouth, she kind of twists her mouth like Popeye. It's really cute. But you'll see that her left eye is totally over the stick.
And it's a good point, Don. A lot of players might not even think about something that seems as basic as that. Go and find out what is your dominant eye. You may be just a hair off sighting balls and things like that, and it could be a very simple fix. Like switching between sighting with your dominant eye. And if that happens, write Don Hopkins a thank you note.
Well, you definitely need your dominant eye over the cue stick. You can see it better from the front view with her. You see that, how she tilts her head to the side? And that just means that her right eye is just probably, she probably has a very weak right eye.
And just when Monica seems to creep close enough, Kim Shaw has managed to stay ahead of the curve a little bit and goes back out to a 2-rack lead in pursuit of the finals. You see some of the great names associated with the WPBA Classic Tour, ESPN for sure. Brunswick Billiards. We're at the Sandia Resort and Casino in Albuquerque, New Mexico for a U.S. Open chase. The QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-ball championship. Kim Shaw, originally from Basingstoke in England, now living in Charlotte, North Carolina. A little bit of a difference in culture and lifestyle, but enjoying it very much. And nothing on the break this time for Kim Shaw, leading 4-2.
One is here. It's too hard to cut it into that pocket. So Monica's just going to play a safety. Bring the cue ball maybe back behind the 3. It's a dangerous shot because look at how close she left the 1 to the side pocket, but she got it right behind there and played it perfectly. That shot you do have to be perfect, otherwise you're leaving a wide open shot for your opponent. Kim's going to have to even masse. You can see that she's elevated her cue stick up a little bit to get some masse out of that. Actually did it too much.
So that'll be ball in hand for Monica. Dawn, 7 racks that we're in the 7th rack now. 4 of those racks, nobody's made a ball on the break. And it started off each of these racks, with a lot of work to do. Basically, nothing is laid out perfectly, and we haven't had any break and runs. Sometimes matches are very smooth, very quick, very easy for both players, but these racks have all been tough.
You know what they've been doing too, Mitch, is they're not changing sides to break from, which if you do that, sometimes the balls start to cooperate. If you move your cue ball around, if it's not working in one place, move it to another place. Why continue to get up there and not make a ball? And that's what I haven't seen these players do. You even watch your opponent, if what they're doing. If they're not making a ball, don't go shoot from where, don't break where they're breaking from. Go to the other side or go to the middle. Monica has gotten straight on more balls in this match so far. I mean, she does have a little bit of room to work with here, but still. This all has to do with ball speed. Going to shoot the 4 straight in, and depending on if she's got enough angle, just drop back and play the 5 in the same pocket. Ooh. And look at how far she's drawn the cue ball back. She is not shooting with confidence. I would say she's a good 2 feet back from where she wanted to be.
And again, we say it often, these errors, these real slight errors can magnify quickly.
Right. Now, it doesn't look like a hard shot. The 5 here, cue ball's going to drift. I think what she's worried about is it drifting back behind that 8, because that's the only place that she can't be to make this 6 up here.
That was nice.
Very nice shot. So now she's going to make the 6 and possibly come around this way, but you don't want to drift back down to this rail here. So if anything, play it short, or you can play it 1 rail up, but I think 2 rails around is probably the best way. Oh, look at this. Can this not happen? Wow.
And that will really start wearing on you. Look how much room is on that table.
Look at all this room over there. And who would have thought that she'd come so short and get behind that 8?
That sucks.
Yeah, she said it all right there.
And she's already taken the extension to add to her woes.
Oh, it was a good hit.
Whoa. How would that have been? You want to talk about turning a situation around and that 9 dropped. But instead, Kim Shaw now, and this one, this particular opportunity, a very big one for Kim Shaw, leading 4-2 in a race to 7. Touch, delicate
Nice
shot. Monica Webb already with 3 third-place finishes this year. Third-place finishes in 2005.
Extension. So it's the best thing she can do is just relax. Her head is foggy. She's got to clear her head. Just get down and make the shot. Don't worry about it. Shoot like she knows she can shoot. It's an easy 8-ball shot.
Very nice. Monica will not be content with another third, trust me. And for Kim Shaw, also in a different kind of a place now, inching ever closer to a trip to the finals of the U.S. Open. Kim Shaw at the table, leading 5-2. Semi-final action, the QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-ball championship in what could prove to be an absolutely crucial rack. All of them are when you're trying to get to the finals of the U.S. Open. But Kim Shaw with an opportunity in rack number 8 to take a 4-rack lead to get to the hill against Monica Webb.
Well, she's looking at playing rail first, but I think she's got enough angle to draw it back and then spin it over here. You know, that, yeah, just like that. There was nothing wrong with that. I think she hit it a little too hard, actually. Too much spinach. That little Popeye look. This is no good.
Very makeable, but you see where the 7 is on that rail, Dawn. She's going to be moving away from it.
7 is here, and this is a pretty good cut, which means the cue ball is going to come this way. I don't even think that she has enough to come around like this way. It's an extremely thin cut. If she could hold it into this area, that would be okay. You'd have a longer shot in the 7, but at least you're shooting at the 7. Use a little bit of inside English, left-hand English to stop the cue ball from heading up the table. Yeah, that's okay.
Good shot under pressure there.
Okay, now again, you've got quite an angle on the shot. The 9 is in the middle of the table. Anytime a ball is in the middle of the table, it's trouble. So you've got to just stay away from that. She did a good job there.
Huh.
Well,
Three shots had a little bit of test in it.
yeah, and
lately.
this one too,
This
Mitch.
one, yeah.
Look at how, okay, you can cut it into the top right-hand corner. But just watch out for the scratch, because that's where the tangent line is heading. Oh. She got away with it. Look at this. 2 balls on the table, and look what she left Monica. What'd I say about that 9 being in the middle of the table?
And so big at 5-2 for Kim Shaw. That would have been to get on the hill. 4-rack lead, 1 rack away from the finals. It may still happen because Monica, nothing easy right here. Takes her extension. Wow. It is a law of the game that the more you get out of line with each succeeding shot, you're just going to run into a wall sometime or other. That's what happened to Kim Shaw. Trying to do a lot. Miscue. Let's see what happens here. Hello.
Well,
how about a roll? How about a roll?
She needs that roll.
How about a roll?
See, it's not over till it's over.
And these are just the odd kind of things that will happen. A good hit just misses the cue ball, which would have kept it out of that pocket. And instead, like a direct path.
How do you think Kim feels?
Wow.
Thinking that she got a really good roll. You know, when she shot that, her last stroke was like hesitant. It was almost like held up.
And now Kim Shaw will try to compose herself and once again take advantage. Delicate, and very important. Kim Shaw to the hill first, one rack away from the finals of the U.S. Open. As Steve Tipton gets ready, it gives us a chance to take a look at two of the great official products here on tour, the Big Break Rack and Centennial Balls, both from Brunswick Billiards. Inside the Sandia Resort and Casino in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Kim Shaw finds herself in a position that you dream about, growing up playing the game. One rack away from a trip to the finals of the United States Open 9-Ball Championship. And when you're from Basingstoke, England, you might not have thought about the U.S. Open growing up, but winning a major was probably on her mind at some point when she started playing snooker, and that's not what you want to happen.
Well, she switched sides to break from, made a ball, but then scratched. So she had half of it right. And it's a pretty wide open rack. The only thing here is, see this 4 and the 9, and then the 8 is in front of the pocket. So once she gets to the 4, she's going to have to probably play that combination on the 8.
Now here is where Monica has to do what she has done, and she doesn't have to go that far back in her history to remember a time when she thought she was out of it maybe. Against Julie Kelly in her quarterfinal matchup, she was down in a race to 9. She was down 5-1 and 6-3 and came back and won that match. She is down 6-2 here. Kim Shaw is one rack away. All you can do is go one ball at a time, and you never know what's going to happen.
Well, we saw it in the quarterfinals. We saw a player down 6-1, and they came back 6-6. So it is possible. It happens actually quite often. Okay, she's just going to draw the cue ball down the table, make sure to get past where the 6 ball becomes a danger, and then play that 4-8 combination. Oh, don't draw it into the 6. This is the danger I was talking about. And you know, in her head, she was probably going, don't draw it into the 6 ball. Don't draw it into the 6. And it's almost
pretty
like
powerful thing.
Extension.
Extension, yeah.
She just can't believe this right now. She is in total shock.
I mean, look at all this room over here. I could just, all this room here, that was no trouble at all. And right where she is, it's like the worst place you can be. Oh, man. She hit that good.
Says, hey, I'm going to fire it and hope something happens.
How disappointing, because Monica has been there so many times in this spot, in this 3rd place spot. She just wants to get through it, get to the finals. can't seem to do it. And here she has a player who's in her own position. It's
Right.
not like a player who wins the tournaments all the time, and that's the one she can't get past. Here's a player that she feels like she's supposed to get past. Not that Kim is a lesser player, but I'm sure Monica feels more comfortable playing her than Allison.
And what's interesting is I have seen, we all have, Monica try every conceivable way to get past this particular hurdle of third place. And when you think about this at home, Monica Webb is third ranked in the world and has never been past third place, which means she has been third a lot. There's only 2 players ahead of her and have been for a little while, and that's Allison Fisher and Karen Corr. Kim Shaw dropped off the radar for a couple of years, changing the stroke of hers, and has gone back to her old way of playing, freed herself up, got out of the mechanics, and what do you know? All of a sudden, here she is with a chance to move into the finals. Got to be thrilling for Kim and very frustrating for Monica Webb.
Well, this is the wrong side of the ball for Kim to be on. She wanted to get straight in on that 7, and she better be careful here because I've seen her stretch a couple times. She's going to have to go around 2 rails, high English, actually 3 rails. Oh, that was incredibly brave of her and wonderful shot. That was a wonderful shot.
Courage. Isn't that what the
Courage.
Cowardly Lion said? Courage. Her work not done, though.
Now, see, being on the rail, I think she's going to bump into this 9 ball. I don't know that she can elevate her cue stick to draw away from the 9. So if she bumps into the 9, the thing that she's got to be most fearful of is pushing the 9 to the rail to leave only a bank shot instead of a straight-in shot. Or maybe scratching off the 9 into the side. See, this she doesn't want to do. And that's exactly what I was talking about, bumping the 9 in so that she doesn't have a shot straight in. This is what she's going to have to do here, is play it down in the corner.
All right, let's see. Trip to the finals at stake. Is it going to be now? The answer is no.
Oh my gosh. So focused on making the ball.
If you were keeping your eye on that 9 ball, you were about to jump up and down, but keep your eye on the cue ball.
Wow.
And I will tell you what is eerily reminiscent for Monica Webb has got to be having deja vu. Against Julie Kelly, the same thing happened. Monica Webb still alive. It's time to take a look at another of our top finishers here in Albuquerque, brought to you by the American Pool Players Association. Melissa Little, the Viper from Boulder, Colorado, ranked 26th in the world, had a terrific week here at the U.S. Open with a hard-earned 9th place finish. As we move into rack 10 of semifinal action at the QTech U.S. Open 9-ball championship, we almost had our second finalist. Kim Shaw with a beautiful shot. Down table on the 9, but at the same time, the cue ball in the opposite corner, pop, foul, ball in hand for Monica Webb. She is still alive. Kim Shaw ahead 6-3, 1 rack away in a race to 7. Mitch Lawrence and Dawn Hopkins here with you in Albuquerque. And I said at the end of the last rack, deja vu for Monica Webb. We'll explain why after this break.
working on the break for her.
And one hanging around down by that corner pocket for Kim Shaw is up
If I hit the right
quickly.
side, make a ball.
Against Julie Kelly in her quarterfinal matchup, Monica Webb was about to lose. Julie Kelly made a great shot on the 9 to win, just like Kim Shaw did. Wound up scratching, just like Kim Shaw did. Monica Webb stayed alive and went on to win 4 racks in a row and take that match. And we will see if history repeats itself for her. Kim Shaw will do everything she can to prevent that from happening.
Hard position thing here, Mitch. The 2 can easily go in the side pocket, but the cue ball is going to come in this direction. And as you can see, the 6 is there. She could draw it here, except the 7 and the 8 are there. So there's a lot of balls in the way down there to get back for this 3, which is her objective right now. It's not hard to make the 2. It's just hard to get position. She could play, I mean, the best way to get position would be to play the 2 ball down in the corner, but that's a much harder shot. So we'll just see if she's going to take a chance on this position for the 3 by making it in the side. See, watch out for that 7 and 8. Yep. Now, myself, if I'm going to do that, and I know it's going near there, I'm going to hit it harder because at least you have a chance of breaking through those balls.
You saw Kim pound that table.
Yeah, she's...
Because her frustration will start to mount too, even though she's only 1 rack away.
Yep. She knew that the last rack was meant to be hers, and she didn't make it. She didn't do it. So she's kicking at the ball now. She's got to kick probably back this way or make a jump shot. Oh, great shot. Great shot. Don't bounce up. Oh, look at this.
That spin at the end of that roll, she may still have a shot on the 4.
Excellent shot. Just bobbled right into the pocket. I don't know, Mitch. Does she have it? It's awfully close. She could masse around it. Just kind of... I think she's going to have to masse around it in order to make it. She can see it, but to make it, she's going to have to... Oh, she can't see it. Well, here's another shot from Monica, which I'm sure she's glad to just be at the table.
Kim Shaw working that gum.
Monica's going to hit that 8 ball after pocketing the 4. This isn't going to look good for Monica either. They're just struggling here. This is just a struggle. See the 5 up here. I believe she can make the 5, maybe. If she can, just drift out and take the long shot. Well, that was
good work there.
Really nicely hit after everything she's been through in these racks.
I was going to say it'd be interesting to find out what was going on in her mind when she was down with that shot.
Hopefully nothing.
Well, it can be a very scary place after you've had a bit of hard luck.
Especially thoughts. You don't want any thoughts in your head when you're shooting. You just want to let your self too take over. Another really nice shot. This is fine here. would have liked to have been on this side to make it easier, but she could still shoot it in and spin it over. You know, just get it. She doesn't have to really do too much with it. Just spin it up the table as much as she can.
And if you're Kim Shaw now, you're starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable.
It's not a good feeling to have it slip from under you, you know, sitting in the chair and knowing you still have the advantage, but you've got to close it out. She hit that a little weak.
Grab that chalk off the side
Yep,
rail.
because she hit it weak. She was scared of it.
It's all around me.
Oh, I think she's talking about...
Mr. Fly?
yeah, Mr. Fly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything the tournament director can do
Knock
about
the
that.
cue ball that way. You scared it away. All right, just so it's not over here, I'm fine.
You know, there's a lot you have to worry about trying to get to the finals of a U.S. Open. A fly on the rail usually doesn't figure into your plans.
I suppose if you're playing tennis, it wouldn't affect you as much, but playing pool, when he's landing on your cue ball. Oh, I hope she gets extra time.
I'll take my
for that.
extension.
It's so interesting. At the Sandia Resort and Casino, there is a huge amount of room in this ballroom, and that fly just wants the best seat in the house for the semifinal.
I wonder if the 9-ball is sweet or something. Is there some honey on there?
Monica, it will be if it goes. Huge, huge. Back-to-back racks for Monica Webb. Great concentration. Still alive here in Albuquerque.
Landed right on my hand.
The QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship is brought to you by the American Pool Players Association, the world's largest pool league, by Brunswick Billiards, since 1845, the standard of superior craftsmanship preferred by experts around the world, and by QTech Q's, serious cues for serious players. Kim Shaw at the table, rack number 11. Needs one rack to get to the finals of the QTech Q's U.S. Open 9-Ball Championship. A cue ball very close to the 3 as it drifted down. But 5 balls between Kim and a trip to a land she has never visited before. A land past 3rd place. If she wins this, she would be guaranteed at least 2nd and a chance at her first title in the WPBA Classic Tour. And how would you like it to be? The U.S. Open. She was ahead 6-2. Monica Webb with the last 2 racks, creeping back slowly. But right now, her fate is directly in Kim Shaw's hand, and that cue ball drifting and drifting and drifting.
She's perfect, Mitch.
And you got to be feeling it now if you're Kim Shaw.
Well, the only thing here is she's straight in. So she's going to have to create some kind of an angle by drawing it back with spin or maybe playing the 9 up in the corner.
And you got to step back. I'm telling you, her heart must be pounding. She has worked so hard in the last couple of years on her stroke. It got away from her. And to now be back in a place where you have an opportunity like this, a lot of her work, Dawn, has just got to be calming nerves and just trying to make a nice stroke.
That's it right there.
Just like that. Whoa. This is going to be one happy Kim Shaw. Congratulations from all her friends out here on tour who know how hard she's been working. Congratulations to Monica Webb on another fantastic event. She will keep plugging. We will see her again, but it is Kim Shaw through to the finals. It is time for our super shot of the match, brought to you by Q-Tech Qs and Kim Shaw at the table doing good work. It was a very, very good match for Kim. Obviously, she's through to the finals. That jump shot, worthy of our super shot of the match. As we said, now our updated road to the final. Now there are two, Allison Fisher and Kim Shaw, two English women fighting it out for the title at the U.S. Open. Keep your eyes open for what will prove to be an exciting matchup, I'm sure. For Dawn Hopkins, I'm Mitch Lawrence. Thanks for being with us. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. So long from New Mexico.